Hello guys, this is Piri and I welcome you to another tutorial on the FPS part of Heroes and Generals. And today, what are we gonna do in the tutorial class? You'll see what we're gonna do. So with no further ado, let's start this tutorial. And here we go. So straight away, oh my god, what is this in my hand? It is not the MG, it is the K98. So a lot of people have been asking me to do some tutorials about the K98, and here we are. This is my para class. We didn't have any planes, but I'm playing with the K98 with this class so I can get it a bit more up on experience, and at the same time show you guys how to play with the K98. So keep in mind one thing. This tutorial was recorded before the new build came out, Irwin build, which is live today, and I'm gonna give you a couple of tips how to play with the K98. You know it by now, that is a single shot weapon with 5 bullets on each magazine, and most people don't like to play with it because before the build people felt like that the Americans were a bit more OP in question of the regarding the first weapon they were equipped with, which was well, at short range, at medium range was better than the K98. But the K98 is very good at long and medium range, and if you're good with the weapon you can even do some kills close range, but you gotta land that hit or you're dead. I'm gonna try and show you guys that, and here we're just doing a normal attack. We're just 2 on this line. We're putting some pressure on this side while our teammates attack from the other, and straight away here we find some opposition. So here we're gonna use the window, try to kill the guy that's inside. He's trying to shoot him, but he's not dead. And then I come here and 1 shot, he's dead. So he was already low on life, so body shot was enough. So about this weapon, okay. So let's talk a bit about the K98, right? Single shot weapon where every shot you make counts, and that's important because it teaches you to, first of all, save ammunition, and that's important if you later on go back to the MG class or buy an MG or a submachine gun, you know, and at the same time makes your hand steady. So here what I'm trying to do is trying to look for the spot of where the head of the guy is going to be in case someone enters that spot. So, 1 shot and he's dead. Preparation with this gun is everything, guys. You know, you just gotta, in case someone enters, you know, that's where the head's going to be. So, you only have 1 bullet. You gotta make it count, right? Oh, here. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, so 2 kills, 1 death by now. And I'll continue spawning here and using the K98. So as I was talking, right, you got 1 bullet, you gotta focus, you gotta have a steady aim, and you have to increase on some shots you do, especially the ones that are far away from your target. You gotta increase the or adjust the carabiner, right, so the shot lands where you really want to. And you can use I would say you cannot use the binoculars because it only gives you at max 100 meters range, right? So you gotta estimate it like more or less how you feel the distance is, and try to make it as close as possible before you land your shots, right? So that's how you gotta basically do when you're shooting from long, medium range with the K98. Right, the American gun, it's a bit different how you play with it, because you need to be at medium short range for it to be effective. But I've been talking about this since the very beginning. As everyone, I started with the K98. And I had a hard time in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie, you know, I was new to the game. I joined the Axis and they gave me a gun with a single shot and then a reload, right? I did not rage because I don't do it, but I had to learn how to play with the weapon. And after I learned how to play with the weapon, I actually made a couple of games before I changed to the machine gun that sometimes I even did better with the K98 than with the machine gun. So you just need to know how to use the equipment that is available to you, right? So there we go. I see some enemies around here. One doesn't even notice me. That shot, he's dead. And here I'm going to show you something that you should do, right? You aim more or less where the guy is going to be, and there was another kill, right? And then instead of moving your mouse, that it's a bit harder to change your mouse. You just put the mouse at the height where your enemy is, and then you strafe a bit to the left or to the right to adjust your sight, so you can land a shot, right? Instead of just looking for the enemy with the mouse, you should use the strafing from left to right to land the shots. But as you've been seeing here, it's not going that bad. We're making pressure on this line, even with this gun, the K98. It makes a lot of people rage, but it is good. You just need to learn how to play with it. We're still making the pressure, right? We're not making that much pressure, but they are diverting some of their troops to come here and try to stop basically our capping on this line, right? And we're only 2 men, and we're fighting, I think, around 3 or 4 guys. So we're doing good. And as you probably noticed, they're not carrying weapons like ours. They're carrying machine guns and submachine guns, and we're still making some good kills. And there was another one. Alright, medium range kill there. Pretty good, like 2 shots or something, and then a kill. And here, oh my god, close range. Can I do it? He's dead. Did you saw the the strafing thing I did? I just put it the aim where he was, and then I just turned a bit to the left and just shot. It wasn't that hard. And here's another one. Well, you know, you just gotta land the shots. You know, it's a gun. It shoots bullets. It's the same as the other dudes have. They might have more bullets than you do, but you can still kill them. You know. Here I was just trying to hit the guy, and the leaves were just getting in the way. I was like, oh my god, can I have a clear shot of him or what? There we go. He's on that tree now, and he's dead. As you see, I've been landing a couple of kills, even though I don't have much practice with the weapon now, because as you probably saw, most of my tutorials when regarding infantry, I play with the MG42, and I'm just used to the higher amount of bullets, so to speak, now. But still, I'm doing more or less with this gun. So tips that I gave you, like first tip, it was on the second kill, is like, if you know that the enemy is coming from a determined spot, right, and if you know that the enemy, as soon as he sees you, is gonna try to stop and shoot at you, right, what you gotta do is be prepared. So if you know that the enemy is gonna be in the determined position, just point your weapon to that position and try to score like a headshot or something, you know. The second part, and there's something that we haven't discussed yet. No, on the other hand, we did. Is the range in which this weapon should be used. And the range of the K98 is medium to long range, right? So short range, you gotta have a lot of confidence with this weapon, because you only have one bullet and you gotta make it count. But if you're medium to long range, you can shoot, I would say on medium, like 3 or 4 bullets. Maybe even before the other guy notices where you are. And if you're long range, then you can just keep shooting at him and just trying to hit him, right? Because even if he has a gun with more bullets, the probability of him hitting you is going to be less, because the accuracy you'll have in the weapon is going to be lower, so to speak. Here I was trying to hit a guy really far away, and if you notice, look at the meters on the range part of the weapon. There is 500 meters, which is probably not 500, it's more like close to 400 until you reach the our initial spawn point. But I was trying to figure out how far the guy was, trying to see where my bullets were landing. Right, so we talked about two things already. Be prepared with this weapon, and the second one, the range of it. The third thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is the way you play with the weapon. So, as you probably noticed, right, you don't play the same with different weapons, right? You don't play the same with the K98 as you play with the machine gun. Your play style might be the same, like you might be an offensive player or a defensive player, but you gotta understand that you cannot play the same with the K98 as you play with the machine gun or a submachine gun, right? So in my opinion, right, what you should do with the K98 is take it slower, right? Still go for the objectives, still do your type of game. If you want to play a more offensive game, do it, right? But you gotta take it a step slower than if you do it with the MG. And keep in mind that this was before the patch, so a lot of things are going to change in the patch, or changed already. But that is for another tutorial, right? I'll probably even do that before this one, so I'll probably launch the tutorial about the Irwin build before I launch this movie. So as I was saying, right, what you need to do is take it slower. So you go from tree to tree. You take a look at the at a closer picture of the area where you're gonna do battle, right? And you just inch by inch approach your target. And here I see an enemy. What is he doing here? And that was an easy kill, right? Not much much to talk about there. It was just standing still, so. You better learn learn how to shoot people that are like standing still. But still, I was talking about the way you approach your targets, right? So here's another one. Not dead yet. He's dead now. So easy, as you see. Been landing a lot of kills with the K98, and it's surely a good weapon, you know. I don't know how people can say that a weapon's not good. I actually prefer the K98 to the ally counterpart. It might have less rate of fire, but it's just too accurate to be true, you know. You can land shots so easily far away from where you're standing that it's almost unbelievable. Right, so if you play, as I'm saying, if you play a bit more careful, but still keep the pressure on, your enemy. Do not be afraid just because you have a single shot weapon to progress in the field. You don't need to camp behind a tree the whole game, you know. You can surely do that, but there's no point in doing that. Just play the game as you normally play it, right? Just remind yourself that you're playing with a single shot weapon, that you're gonna need time to reload the weapon after each shot, you know. So that has to come into the equation, because you cannot think that you can just Rambo yourself into a point, and if there are like 3 enemies there, like you got a bullet, you're not gonna ask them to line up so you can shoot them, right? You know, it's like in this situation here, I am dead. I didn't want to change to the pistol. I wanted to keep playing with the K98, but that situation there was nothing that I could actually do, because the bullets flying my way is is just too big amount of bullets. You can't do much there. But those are, well, at least 3 of the things that you can pay attention to. And make your play with the K98 a bit more successful, right? So it's a gun like any other. That's what I normally say, you know. It shoots bullets, so if it shoots bullets, you can kill people with it. You know, just have to learn how to do it. And this we are almost reaching the end of this initial part with the K98. I got a couple more footage to show you guys. which is gonna be shown, or at least it's a fight on one of the skirmish maps. Right? There's another kill. It's not hard to kill with this weapon. It's so precise that you just have point and shoot, and normally like 89% of the times maybe the bullet hits the target, even if you have to do more than one shot, you know. So couldn't kill anyone, and then I die. And okay, this is the end part for this one. So let's see the other one. Okay, so on this one, it's during the night time, and it's one of the it's done on one of my or maybe the favorite map, I think, on skirmish, which is the little forest one with the hill. And on this one, I was like trying to hit the guy on the jeep, and the guy was like taking some shots in the head. I was like, what the hell is going on here? 2 shots and he's not dead. He must be Rambo. It was probably a glitch or something, because he was on a machine gun. And this was a weird game. Another shot on the head, and he did not die, and he did not notice I was there, and then it just disappears. So I don't know if it was lag or something. This was a strange game, because people were just running close to me and they did not notice me. I don't know if it was from the clothes the paratrooper uses, and it just confuses people during the nighttime. But look where they are. They're so close to me, and I'm just walking here like nothing and just taking some shots at them. Yeah, even missing a bit, because he doesn't stand still, does he? And it's not being that hard to kill people here. But going back to the gun, right? In this situation here, the gun might not be the best weapon to have, because you're like fighting really close quarters with the enemy. But this is also a pretty good map to play with the K98, and I can explain to you guys why is it good. Because the amount of cover is so much. You have so much cover in this map that you just mingle with all the vegetation and the trees, and as you're using a single shot weapon, right, you're taking pot shots at enemies, and they just have such a hard time to pinpoint your location, because you shoot once, right? Imagine he's coming in the middle of the forest. Here's a bit intense part. The guy changed to the pistol, but I wanted to kill him with the K98. Let's see if I can do it, and then I'll continue the conversation. It's like going back and forth to the tree to get some cover, and he's just, yeah, and then he got me. But still, 8-2 with the K98, so it's a good score, you know. So going back to the forest part and the cover part, right? Basically, what happens is, like, imagine you see a guy, you're in the middle of the forest, like behind a tree or a bush, right? And a guy is coming towards you. That's probably the best situation to shoot the K98, is people coming towards you and not going sideways. Because when you're going sideways, you have to move the mouse and try to figure out the speed the guy is going as you move the mouse to make the shot, right? To land the shot. If he's coming towards you, then you just gotta like adjust a little to the left or to the right. And here's another kill. To the left or to the right, and you'll probably like almost 90% of the times kill the guy, right? So the thing is, right, if you're shooting a single shot weapon, right, is walking in the forest and you shoot once, and it's like, oh my god, someone's shooting me. But he realizes that someone is shooting him, but he doesn't know where the shot is coming from, right? Or most of the times he can only start pinpointing your location after your second or your third shot. And if you're good with K98, you probably kill them. You kill him by then when he figures it out, right? Here someone was talking about if I was a newbie paratrooper. Yeah, and I had to. I bought the para unit, the para hero, a couple of days ago, and I didn't play much. I actually almost bought him to make a tutorial and to play with the K98. So I was like leveling something while playing it, so to speak, because my other character is just the level he has at the moment is just too big, right? So that is the situations that I wanted to talk with you guys regarding the K98. I don't have much more footage regarding this weapon, but if you guys need me to do some more like positioning on the town map, if you're defending with the K98, it can give you so much good footage when you're doing that. If you go like to the church or to some other spots. You know, I normally say that I'm not a German. My nationality is not German, but I never feel as much German as playing with the K98. I don't feel as much German playing with the machine guns or any other weapon than I feel with the K98. So I love the single shot thing, you know. And that is it, you know. We're running. We're reaching the end of the tutorial. So as always, let's just see what we learned on this tutorial, right? Let's just rewind a bit back and see the important points about playing with the K98. So first of all, right, talked about being prepared. So if you know your enemy is coming to a determined position or is going to stop in a determined place, right, point your weapon to that place, so you make your job easier. Just as soon as he gets there, just shoot and try to kill him, right? Then after that, we talked about a bit the correct range in which you should use your weapon, how to adjust the sight as well, so so that you can make your shots count when you're shooting people from medium to long range. And the third thing we talked was that you should take your time with the K98. You shouldn't play the same way as you play with an MG or a submachine gun. You should progress a bit slower on the terrain and make your shots count, because single shot weapon, you know, it's harder than just using a submachine gun and having more bullets. So you must keep your game style, but play a bit more, I wouldn't say safe, but a bit more slower than you normally do with an MG or submachine gun. Alright, and the last point was, that was regarding to the second movie, was that using cover plus the K98 equals a hard time for your enemies to pinpoint your location, because you shoot once and in case you miss, right, you reload, shoot again, and by the time you're making your second or third shot, it's basically the time where your enemy is trying to pinpoint your location or trying to discover where you are, right? So you can use the single shot thing to your advantage if you have some nice cover and a good position, right? And that is it for this tutorial with the K98. If you guys need some more footage of me playing with the K98, maybe on the town map, like defending a position or a specific capturing point, you just need to say so, and I will do 1 or 2 or 3, whatever you guys need regarding tutorials for the K98. Okay, so this is Puri, and I check you guys on the battlefield. See ya!